Hello friends and welcome to another Fimble Famble Saucebox with me, Janky Shenanigans. This week we are continuing our Marvel run with Daredevil Season 2, which I have actually watched most of. And by most, I mean I haven't watched the last episode yet, which I really tried to, but I couldn't find the time. But I've seen most of it, so I think this time it's going to be a little more than the first impressions video that was Daredevil Season 1. So, without further ado, let me pull up my little timer here, and let's get rolling on Daredevil Season 2. So, the first thing I notice about Daredevil Season 2 is that it didn't feel as smooth as Season 1. Let me explain what I mean by that. It feels like there are two completely separate plot lines to Season 2. I feel like there's a disconnect between the two, and then toward the end they try to connect them, but it's sort of really vague. Like, they did it in a really vague way. Because, see, here's what's going on. So, in the first, 5 episodes of the season, it's all about the Punisher. Punisher, cool character. Glad they brought him in. It creates a lot of really interesting conflict with Daredevil, especially because, the Punisher, as a character, his motive is, or his, not motive, what's the word I'm looking for? Modus operandi? Yes. Modus operandi is that he just kills the criminals. Like, he doesn't bother. He doesn't turn them into jail for them to come back out again. He doesn't even have a rogues gallery. He just murders his rogue gallery. So the thing is, especially after season 1, they really characterized this Daredevil as someone who doesn't kill. He'll beat them within an inch of their life, but he won't actually kill them. So it creates a lot of interesting conflict between the Punisher and Daredevil, because it's sort of like Daredevil thinks the Punisher is doing the right thing, but he should still go to jail for it. Like, he doesn't condone the killing, I guess is what I'm saying. And at first they're really antagonistic toward each other. Then as the season progresses, they kind of get along. I don't know, because in the 5th episode, the Punisher gets arrested. I'm just gonna say it. And then everything seems okay in Matt Murdock's world. Then he goes home, and then Elektra's there waiting for him. And the theme still carries over, because of course Elektra is also someone who kills the people she's after. She doesn't ask questions. So the theme of sort of this debate over whether a superhero should just end it, or if they should use the justice system, continues across the season. But the storyline with Elektra feels completely different. It's a whole thing with ninjas and drug lords, and Stick comes back, which is super fun. That was fun. But just everything that happens, it's just I don't know. I don't know. There's just a break there. And then at the end, they kind of try to connect it up, because they say this drug dealer who's working with the Ninja Clan is also the guy who set up the drug deal that led to the death of Frank Castle, the Punisher's family. So they try to tie it in, and then the Punisher comes back. I will say there is a nice part. The Punisher goes to prison, and in prison he meets Wilson Fisk, and then Wilson Fisk and the Punisher kind of have this face-off. That was interesting. And then Matt Murdock goes to visit Wilson Fisk because he thinks that Fisk is behind the Punisher's release, which is true, because Wilson Fisk has become the kingpin of the prison, which he actually says, the kingpin, which is great. So there's an interesting confrontation between those two. But no, it's like they go to this dock to take care of this drug dealer called the Blacksmith, who's related to the Ninja Clan and also killed Frank's family. And Daredevil and the Punisher kind of have this like last moment together, but it doesn't really feel connected to the Elektra story. It's just its own thing, and they just happen to meet and kind of like work out whatever issues they have between them. So I don't know, it's just sort of disconnected. It's still good. I mean, each story on its own is good, although I will admit the ninja story gets a little like, this is getting into the realm of strange, which I guess it's supposed to, but still, it's weird. It's weird, and I don't know. Overall, I would recommend it. I would recommend it, especially because I think that this story sets things up not really for Luke Cage, but possibly for Iron Fist, because I think some of the characters that are connected with this whole. It's the Hand, by the way, for anyone who actually knows comic books. The Ninja Clan is the Hand, which is like an enemy of Daredevil and Elektra and all sorts of people. But I think the characters connected with that storyline kind of lead into some stuff that's going to happen in Iron Fist when that comes out, but I'm running over. So, that was Daredevil Season 2. Highly recommend it. I still thought it was good and awesome and wonderful, and I'm excited to see the last episode. Next week, Luke Cage! Yeah! That one's definitely going to be a first impression video. That's going to be me watching like the first episode, maybe the first two of Luke Cage, sauceboxing about it. But it'll still be fun and awesome and wonderful. I hope to see you there. I'm very excited. I'm excited to see more about Luke Cage and to see this tiny little pocket of the Marvel Universe come together. All these heroes come together. It'll be exciting and fun and awesome. So, until next time. I don't know where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, if you enjoyed this episode of Saucebox, please hit that like button. If you didn't like it, you can hit the dislike button. That's perfectly okay. Comments, positive, negative, you can leave them all below. I try to read them all. But more than that, more than any of that, I hope that you have a lovely day or evening or whenever you happen to be watching, and thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. I'm going to have to cut so much of this out. Oh my god, we'll get there. Oh, that's gonna be a whole rant unto itself. Oh look, a room full of explosives.
Oh, that got silly real fast.
Fiddlesticks is the worst.
What? Indeed. That's my reaction too.
Thanks for stepping on my face. Here's the 3 gold. People here are weird. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.